Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and we are diving into a noble tribal deck. So one of the fun things about jumping into Historic is that we got a new card, Metallic Mimic with Kaladesh Remastered, which basically just turns any tribe that you want to turn into a deck like pretty easy to do, especially with the other cards we have with Icon of Ancestry, Mixer's Banner, as well as the Horn. I didn't feel like it fit as well in this deck because we have a lot of mana pips for a lot of cheap stuff anyway, but there's just a lot of really fun, interesting things you can do with things like Metallic Mimic, Icon of Ancestry, and Mixer's Banner. And so today on stream, if you guys ever want to check out my Twitch stream, the link is down in the description below. But today I'm doing Tribal Day, so we're doing Turtle Tribal, we're doing Devil Tribal, we're doing Horse Tribal, just a bunch of these different decks. Some of them make them onto YouTube, some of them might not, but we're going to be trying to have some fun with those in general. But the basic idea is you can throw Metallic Mimic, 2 Icon of Ancestries, 1 Mixer's Banner into just about any tribal deck, and it starts becoming a pretty decent tribe. You know, maybe Unclaimed Territories into there as well. Just like some basic things that are good things to make a tribe, make a creature type become a deck. And so we have some interesting nobles that I was actually really surprised about that make this a pretty fun and interesting thing. So Charming Prince, Human Noble, 2 mana, 2/2. You know, just it's a good card in general, but if it comes down with an extra +1/+1 encounter, it's just a little bit better. Or we can even blink something that didn't have a +1/+1 encounter, and all of a sudden Linden becomes a 4/4 with Vigilance, which is actually pretty relevant and pretty awesome. Of course, yeah, so Beloved Princess is probably one of our best things to be able to make sure that we have counters onto. Being a 2/2 with lifelink that can't be blocked by better creatures means that it's big enough to get past all like the 1/1 chump blockers, things like that. And then it's also just a good card in general. Like it really is just a good lifelinker. But one of the biggest issues that is just it never got over 1/1, you know, and it never could get through the other chump blockers, other like trade-off creatures. We also have kind of this whole game plan around Indulgent Patrician, where it's a noble, it's really good, it's flying lifelink, a 2/5 flying lifelinker or bigger is really, really awesome. And then being able to just deal 3 points of damage anytime we gain 3 life, which we have plenty of ways to gain 3 life with Charming Prince, Beloved Princess, Revitalize in here to make sure that we can kind of sift through all the things we need to find, as well as just gaining 3 life for us. Linden gaining us life, Ayara dealing damage whenever black creatures come in, which we don't have a lot of, honestly, but there are enough. There's a few, and it's a noble, and I had to throw it in there because why not? Anyway, and then of course our other ones, Kenrith being able to give us 5 life anytime that we want to, bring stuff back from the graveyard to be able to gain us more life, and then Vampire Sovereign, which is an awesome noble, pretty fun stuff. And then basically the rest of the deck is just filler. Like I put so many different creatures into this and so many different things, like 26 creatures, that I had to fill in the removal slots with a lot of lands. And so we are playing a few tap lands with Kabir Takedown, you know, Hagra Mauling, things like that, but that lets us fill in a few more slots. And even though Murderous Rider is not a noble, I think he was pretty noble before he died and became a zombie. You know, I feel that in my bones, or in his bones, whatever. Anyway, but it's more removal for us. It's just good. It gains us life. It does all the things we want it to do, so we're doing it. Myria's Call, and actually the one copy of Zos Consumption, which is a card I looked at before, and I don't think I've ever like looked at a second time, but it deals 4 damage to your opponent and it gains 4 life, and that could be 7 points of damage with like a Patrician out. And so I was like, you know what, on turn 6 there's worse things that we could do if we have the Patrician out, or even 2 of them. You know, it's like that might just be lethal by doing that, and it gains us so much life that we can have a few extra turns to try to find answers. And so it's not the worst play. So I decided to go ahead and throw in 1 copy of this as well, just to kind of like give it a shot and see if it'll do well. Otherwise, in the mana base, kind of sticking really light on lands, not doing as many Fable Passages because we have like Unclaimed Territory or whatever. So only 2 of each basic land. Then Pathways, Concealed Courtyards, and Godless Shrines. All the things that can basically come in untapped to be able to play early game stuff pretty well, except for only 2 Concealed Courtyards because I don't ever really want them to late game where they're going to be tapped almost consistently after that point. So if they're in the opening hand, great. Otherwise, this is it. So the only like possible untapped lands that we have is the 2 castles, and then of course our Hagra Maulings, all those kinds of things. So that's the deck. Let's go ahead and jump into gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, up against Hunter, and let's keep this. We have Emisizzle Call, which is actually pretty sweet here. Emisizzle Call into Mimic. Do I bolt this in for Beloved Princess? No, we don't. We bring this in tap. We actually want Beloved Princess to get the counter from Metallic Mimic. That's what we want. All right, Elvish Reclaimer. I'm thinking this is just straight elves then. There's a bunch of different decks that play this kind of thing, and they're all janky. And so I immediately get excited anytime I see something like that pop out. Ooh, double Mimic. Ooh. All right, Noble. Yeah, now we have Mimic into Beloved Princess. Oh, yeah. And then Patrician with 2 Revitalizes in hand. Heck yeah. Please don't have removal. I will ruin you. Go for the Lotus Cobra. You know you want it, right? Or the Lotus Lotus Field? Is that what it's called? Lotus Field? Destroy all the lands? All right, Elvis. So this is probably actually going for the land sacrifice deck. Radiant Fountain. Is this a colorless deck? Is this colorless ramp that runs Elvish Reclaimer somehow? What? Okay. Go for the swap. Metallic Mimic on Noble. Beloved Princess, which is now a 3/3 lifelinker. Yeah. No attacks, and now we should be able to Patrician, swing in with Beloved Princess, gain 3 life, and start dealing more damage. That's the dream, right? There's the Lotus Field. Sacks the other 2. Yep. Kind of have as a ramp. I'm not sure that totally counts as a ramp, but if you're... This is a 3/4 now, which is terrifying. What's up, Baba Blarg? Dude, life is good right now. We're playing Noble Tribal. Ratchet Bomb. What? Destroy each non-land permanent with a converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Ratchet Bomb. Okay. So we do have a 1-drop and 2 drops. They're really going to destroy the Temple Garden to find something else here. The other Lotus Field to then sack the other Lotus Field. Okay. Yeah, no clue what they're trying to do here. Left themselves wide open as well, which is pretty sweet. All right, so Noble. Indulgent Partition. Wish you would have tapped that down instead. Swing in, gain 3 life with Beloved Princess. This now gains 3 life for itself. Deal 3 more. That's a big swing right there. And then second Patrician means that we have guaranteed 9 points of damage next turn. So we actually have lethal if they don't have a way to kill everything. So even killing Blood Princess is fine. So Ratchet Bomb's not doing much here. They've got to combo off, like have like a Settle the Wreckage or something like that. Even Settle the Wreckage we can play around. Sunscorched Desert. There's Nissa. That's also fine.
Strange and magnificent world.
Untaps Lotus Field. Indestructible, or not indestructible. Hexproof 3/3. Concealed Courtyard. Man, having an untapped land would have been great there. Noble Patrician number 2. All right, so 6 points of damage. We're getting in for 3 here guaranteed. So swing in. And I think that the rest, as long as we get in for 2, gives us the 9, 10, 11, right? So yeah, so what they could do is they could block everything, block these 2, sack Ratchet Bomb to kill Beloved Princess and the Elvish Reclaimer. That keeps 1 Mimic alive, and we're still getting the life total going down. So we have to go for this when we can. It also makes sure that the Ratchet Bomb dies. So they do have a way out of this. Let's see if they see it. It's not a very obvious thing to do. Okay. Yep. Sacks the Ratchet Bomb. Oh, they're doing it this way. Okay. I guess, yeah, they can gain a little bit more life with Radiant Fountain, I guess. Wait, did they not find anything with their Elvish Reclaimer? Did they run out of lands? What just happened? What? Wait, this is 6 points of damage. Is that lethal still? Did I have our... Oh, they didn't sacrifice the Ratchet Bob. Okay. Sweet. Nice. Okay, we'll take that. We will absolutely take that. All right, up against J-Dog. And I just have to say, so there is a place in Utah called J-Dog's that is like a fast food restaurant, but all about corn, or not about corn dogs, about hot dogs. But it is amazing. Like they do it different and they do it good and amazing. Ah, dude, it's good stuff. All right, well, I had a mulligan the first hand. This hand's not much better. We can't even play out like the consumption first to be able to get down the Linden. So I'm going to keep this. I think we're just going to drop the consumption and then go forward with this and hope and pray. We get Linden down on turn 3. That's good. We'll see how this goes. All right, we do find the Castle Ardenvale. That's nice. That means that we can turn this to black side if we need to, easily enough. And that way we have 3 of each color by turn 5. Paradise Druid. Okie dokie then. Now we have like so many 1 and 2 drops, and we just like we had mulligan twice, and they were just full of these 3 and 3 dropping up. So a little bit of an awkward start. Oh, and we're up against this deck. We'll see how this goes. They picked their card really quickly with Shimmer. All right, swing them in. Gain some life. Down to 17. Do I want to be trying to hold up the Emiri's Call or this? I don't think we care about this right now. It takes so much black mana to put it down. Enters chat, pass the turn. And just Kenrith for the next turn, start gaining tons of life, and then hope we're not dead right now, which is most likely. Look, they've got it. Oh no, how could this happen? While I let them combo off for a little bit, I know a lot of people have seen this already, but there are a few that haven't. Anyway, I'm really excited for Changelings coming out in Kaldheim. I'm really excited because then we can turn everything into nobles, or there's just so many really fun tribal cards out there, like Regal Caracal, Lyra, which gives everything lifelink and +1/+1 for angels. There's a bunch of new angels coming out as well. Like there's just going to be some really, really fun combo decks or tribal decks out there that I'm really excited for. All right, so this happens for forever and a half. They have yeah, bad things happen and we end up getting hit with 2 different combat steps. So if we had to settle the wreckage, we'd be fine, which honestly maybe you need to start playing just to beat this deck, but they usually go off on like turn 3 or 4 consistently. Yeah, Combat Celebrant, hasty guy, swings in with everything, and we concede. All right, good game. On to the next one. Yeah, the Neoform combo deck. So my thoughts with the Neoform combo deck is it shouldn't be banned in Historic, but potentially in Best of 1, because it's so hard to build a deck that counteracts it without having a sideboard to be able to like destroy its consistency or whatever. Yeah, so that's my thoughts. All right, up against, I almost said Jengatha, Cassendo. We're gonna keep this. Pretty decent hand. We're up against Jengatha. All right. Unclaimed Territory. We're not scared to show them what we got right away. We're the Noble deck. That's right. We're doing it. Lattimore Elves. Okay. Cool. Let's go. We have more white sources, even though like there's black up here. There's more things we need in white. So Metallic Mimic. Put it on Noble. That's right. We came to play. And we're going to get out the 2 Indulgent Petitions if we can first, just to start gaining tons of life here and start doing 6 damage a turn, because we actually have a lot of ways to gain life. If they get counters on them as well, just hitting in for 4 each time, not bad. Oh, this, another combo deck. Yay for combos. All right, well, didn't hit the land. Well, not untapped land. Charming Prince. I think we're scrying for land here. We don't care about gaining life at the moment. That's a land. I don't think we care about AR. We can play it though, but I think I'd rather get up to the Vampire Sovereigns. We win by racing here and hoping they don't combo off in 2 turns. That's the dream, I guess. Yeah, all these combo decks, and this is probably the biggest issue playing tribal in historic right now is there's enough of these like pretty consistent combo decks now that combo off turn 4, turn 5 really consistently that it's like, okay, guess that's cool. Okay, down to 16. Aghanim's Awakening, play it down tap, pass a turn. We don't have a way to gain 3 life on the next turn either. Unless we go like Revitalize. We take the gamble to gain 3 life to find a land to play the second Partition and then do crap tons of damage. That's a possibility. All right, they got a Kinnan. There's a Karn. Goes and grabs Paradox Engine from the sideboard.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
We cry inside a little bit of a lot. Mox Amber. Oh, Mox Amber has 3 mana. Recovery grabs back the... Okay, so they're digging for combo pieces. That's actually better for us. We need to make sure that we kill the Karn. Shocks it in. Can draw with the Sphere. Okay. Oh, tap land. That's fine, though. That's fine. We want the Partition. We actually do have a ton of damage output here, but I'm pretty sure they have the combo on the next turn. So, I'm going to go ahead and offer up the Metallic Mimic to see if we can actually kill the Kinnan. We have as much power on board as we need. Let's go ahead and just send Charming Prince there. We need to get as much damage at face but still keep Karn at bay because Karn can do some bad things. Oh, dude, I totally forgot about the Spell Bomb. Wasn't even thinking about that. All right, well, we do have lethal on board if they don't combo off this turn or gain enough life. We have 4 damage here. We gain 3 life with this or the Vampire Sovereign. We're fine. All right, there's Paradox Engine. Yeah. And that's the combo. So the one thing they don't have, though, is they don't have an Emery right now. So they can go off and go crazy with ramp. But without the Emery, they don't get to keep replaying stuff from the graveyard. They don't get to keep milling themselves out with Chromatic Sphere and everything like that. They don't have a finisher. So I guess we have one more turn. Do they have another Spell Bomb to bounce anything? I think Vampire Sovereign actually just wins it here. All right, Obelisk. So that is a way to remove stuff. So they can destroy target permanent, then kill a Partition. Shocks themselves, though. That won't necessarily help them. They can go for Kin and try to dig for the Uro or an Emery. So that's 7, 9 mana, 10, sorry, 11. I can count, right? All right, Escape to the Wilds. Yeah, tapping down, Taparoos. Only has 1 more red source. Escape to the Wilds. Digs deep, finds the Emery. I don't think that this deck has any way to give Emery haste though. Like that is one of the biggest weaknesses of this combo is that Emery has to have haste to then be able to kind of go off with it. At the same time, they can draw enough other stuff. Maybe you can just get through their deck anyway. I hate like sticking through a really long combo here, but like I'm not sure if they have it right now. The ability to destroy with the Obelisk here, let's hope they don't go for that. But killing a Partition would mean that we would have to get in with the Metallic Mimic, I think, to give us lethal. Is there anything else we could do? So much mana. I don't know if they have like an X spell. It could be like a Hydra Krasis to gain a ton of life and just have a big blocker. I guess that's another way that this combo could go off. If they just get a big enough, if they can have like infinite mana basically and just have a big enough Hydra Krasis and be able to play a Jace as well, like, and then you're good.
My grief.
Card number 2 goes for the -2. This is like Meteor Golem. Aetherflux Reservoir. Okay, yeah, that gets us. All right, so that's the combo. Yeah, so Aetherflux Reservoir comes out. They're gaining like, right now I think this is like card number 7 that they're casting, and so after this, 8 mana or 8 life every time they draw anything. Kinnan can bring out stuff to be able to draw more stuff. Uro can come back already, so it gains them more life and draws them cards. They have the other Uro. Yeah, so we're definitely dead. All right, up against Seol. Bring it on. Keep this. Play out the plains. Pass the turn. But we get a lot of scries and draws and things, so on Noble. Play Charming Prince. Scry 2. Mauling is a land. And it is a black source. That's hard to not take. We're going to keep it. Because next turn we have Revitalize with Hogger Mauling down. The turn after that, Revitalize Blood Princess. So it's not an amazing plays, but we're getting lots of life. We are filtering through to get some good stuff and hopefully get up to Kenny Boy. And if we're up against Gruul, Kenny Boy is actually pretty dang sweet. Long Test Cap. If we're up against... Oh, what are we up against? Hogger Mauling actually would work. I always forget about the extra text of this, that it's cost 1 less if they have no basic lands. That does actually come into play every once in a while. All right, I guess no attacks past the turn. Hopefully they don't find some energy, so they just swing in anyway. We will try to trade here. I'm guessing they have a pump spell. But if they don't actually hit in, then that's fine. Make them spin a spell. So yeah, this is probably Pummeler deck, which is my favorite deck of all time. So really excited for this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Pummeler. Like, it's my favorite deck of all time, so I'm almost like tempted to let them win. You know, like, not gonna do that, but still. That was 4 Revitalizes in a row, because we put another Revitalize to the bottom. What? What's up with that? All right, Castle Lochthwain, tap so we can get out Kenny Boy on the next turn. Let's add white mana here so we can make sure we play Revitalize. Pass the turn. This has 3 power greater, so I can't actually get in unblocked right now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, look at that epic play right there. No one expected Blood Princess to be so powerful. All right, Revitalize. There's Metallic Mimic. Having a 6/6 Kenny Boy is better. I probably will hold off just to make sure. At the same time, though, a Mimic and gaining 5 life on the same turn is also pretty good. I don't think... I'm trying to think of the ways that they actually deal damage here. All right, Unclaimed Territory on Noble. Vampire Sovereign's also a little bit tempting. It's a good blocker for both of the guys out there. But yeah, let's go Kenny Boy. Good old Kenny Boy. No attacks, pass the turn. Dude, we're playing Noble Tribal. It cracks me up every time I'm seeing this. It's so fun. All right, swings in. We're just gonna take it. No big deal. That's totally fine. They obviously have like a... you know, actually, what we have to do here is we have to block the Long Tusk Cub. In case they have Harness Lightning, we can't let them gain the extra 2 energy. Actually, they'll still have enough to kill Kenrith. Either way, we have to block here. Okay, Invigorated Rampage. So not Harness Lightning. That's fine. That's really not that big of a deal. Okay, definitely Pummeler deck, though. Up to 4 energy. Okay, 6 mana. What does 6 mana give us? A Noble... Can bring back Charming Prince. I'm debating if I want to play out Metallic Mimic now and like play Revitalize, gain some life, or something else. But I think it probably, well, man. Okay, let's go Mimic. Let's play out the Mimic. Let's put it as a Noble. Swing in with Kenrith and just gain 5 life. Maybe drawing here is better. Pass the turn. And one more land, and we're actually in a really sweet spot where we have the ability to activate the gain 3 life and they put a creature on the board anytime we want to. And that's just a lot of good stuff right there if we could do that. Swings in. We take it all. So much life gain. Harness Lightning is our worst nightmare. That definitely will hurt a lot. But if they don't have Harness Lightning, they're swinging all in. We get to keep swinging in with Kenrith and keep putting their life total down. I know this deck in and out. This is like the deck I played with paper for forever. So yeah, love this deck. Pumps there. 6 is fine. We can take 6. Ah, they have the Harness Lightning. So rude. Now do I want to draw? No, we gain the 5 life. We have to slow him down now. All right. Man, it would be nice maybe to have like an Indatha Triome, the Abzan Triome, just to maybe give us like green mana to put a counter onto stuff. Honestly, that might come into the deck here at some point. It's just a little bit of extra stuff that we can do with that. Kabir Takedown. Man, one more land, and that doesn't count as the good land right now. But that's a 4/5, and it gets some damage in. Swing in down to 10. Yeah, pass the turn. Takedown can kill Brawler. Tune with Aether gets 2 more energy. Now we can no longer kill Long Tusk Cub. That's fine. We can outpace him anyway. Doesn't swing with Brawler. Yeah, okay, so no blocks. We'll take it. All the life gain makes us a pretty easy race. We have, 3-turn clock. Kabir Takedown makes sure that we can actually get him with Metallic Mimic. Life's good. All right, so down to 14. 4 energy. There's a Pummeler. Okay, now we kill Pummeler. Which they can double pump, get him up to 3. All right, that's good. I know this deck runs Blossoming Defense, so yeah, we have to do it now. Swift End, kill Pummeler. How big does this get? Can I use Takedown now to get in for 6? I think we wait one more turn on that. Swing with Sovereign. I am going to draw a card now, though. I think hitting a land would actually be really nice. So let's go ahead and play Revitalize. Charming Prince. Gate. Pass the turn. Oh man, this is getting intense. Up to 15 means Long Tusk Cub shouldn't be able to kill us here. With the Brawler, they might be able to, though. They have a lot of pump spells in this deck. Okay, so he doesn't swing with Brawler. Double Invigorated Rampage gives them 8 points of damage, and they have 3 more. We might have to block. As annoying as it is, I think it's just safer to block here. Force them to have Trample, which if it's Invigorated Rampage, it is there, and it probably doesn't save us, but... All right, sweet. We have one more turn. Get some life gain. Actually, what we could do, too, is just blink back the Vampire Sovereign with Charming Prince. Yeah, so we have lethal. All right, sweet. Let's check Pummeler. That's cool. swing in. Oh, and Aghanim's Awakening. Yeah, okay, we had him in like a million ways this turn now. In fact, we might go for the Charming Prince here instead. But no, let's just do this. Charming Prince. Blink the Vampire Sovereign. 3 more points of damage. Good game. Yes, we got there. Oh yeah. Dude, this is feeling like a noble tempo deck. You know, it actually is playing pretty well. I really enjoy this deck. It's definitely not tier 1, and we're playing it in Mythic, but really liking it so far. All right, up against Issy, and pretty sweet hand actually. Indulgent Partitions, pretty nice. We have to find ways to actually make sure we gain life. But we have the stuff. Lava Runner. All right, Godless Shrine tap. Pass the turn. Playing out Murderous Rider, although it's going to be hard for us to play with our mana base. Like, that's one of the biggest issues with Unclaimed Territories is you can't cast spells very easily. Whoa, what? Okay, then. That's bad. As long as I don't get another thing onto him, Patricians can block all day long. All right, so Charming Prince, Scry 2. That is a land that we can play. I think that's what we want. I don't think we care about the Beloved Princess. Yeah, to the bottom. Does this come in untapped? So unless there's 2 or fewer other lands. So yeah, so it'll comes in this turn untapped. Ah, brutal. This also lets us play Murderous Rider, which I think I do now. Yeah. Yeah, before they have a chance to have counter spells or anything up. And now they have to rebuild. This might be like the Curiosity deck. I could see that being a thing. Worst thing here is probably to have them give like a Shock and Curiosity or another Curious Obsession. Shock. They've got it. Taking a bunch. We do have a lot of life gained in the deck, so that's somewhat okay. Okay, got the Shine. Tapped. Patrician. Let's see, Murderous Rider is a better blocker or not. We've already seen Flame Sweep. They probably have Lightning Bolt of some sort as well. The 1/4 might be better. I think this is ultimately better just because it gives us more life gain. If they have to spend 2 spells killing this versus hitting our face, okay, they do have Secure the Cracks, but that was 3 mana. That's okay. Taking a bunch here, getting out Kenny Boy as a great blocker, down to 5. Okay, on Noble, Kenny Boy. Pass the turn. So we have enough mana with Aghanim's Awakening. We have to not die, but we can gain 5 life, pay 3 Indulgent Partition. Oh, we have to block. Yeah, there's Flame Sleep. That's fine. It keeps us alive. We got rid of 3 cards there for that. Grafdigger's Cage, that's also fine. Lava Runner. Okay. Revitalize is epic here. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so Patrician, Revitalize, gain 3 life. Oh, do we want Aghanim's Awakening? What do we have? Charming Prince? Yeah, it's worth holding on to. And then double Patrician for the next turn. We'd like a way to be able to gain life too, though. Soulscar Mage. What? A flippin' Hazoret? All right, block. Now we have Aghanim's Awakening X3. Different career mana costs. So Charming Prince and Patrician. Oh, dang it. Flipping Grafdigger's Cage. Who plays Grafdigger's Cage in a deck like this? Oops. I even saw it. I forgot. We had a chance, and now we're dead. Oh, no. Oh, man. Okie dokie. What a weird deck. I liked it, though. I did like it. All right, Xiphos. Xiphos. We shall keep... Yeah, this is actually a really good hand. We might have to bolt ourselves, but we'll see how it goes. So Ardenville out first, pass the turn. Yeah. Lots. We only have 2 tapped lands in our entire deck besides, you know, the modal lands, and we found both of those here. All right, let's, I think we want this on white. We have 2 black sources there, right? So Metallic Mimic on Noble, pass the turn. Debating if I bolt myself for the Icon of Ancestry, just to make this be able to swing in a little bit stronger. Also give us some extra card draw. Revitalize, I might want to hold off on until we have like a partition. Maybe not, though. We'll see. All right, so that's just going to hit in for tons next turn. So we go with, I guess, Castle Lockthwaite. Let's draw first. Draw first. Charming Prince. Yeah, Castle Lockthwaite out. No attacks. Pass the turn. Mammoth goes a swing in, take 5, no problems. We're gaining lots of life. Down to 18. It would be nice to get to Vanquisher's Banner before we play stuff out, but that's probably a little bit too greedy. I'm going to trade off with the Mimic. That's also actually okay. Murder Strider. I have to bolt this in to do that. Let's... Taking 5 I think is too much. Let's go Agadeem's Awakening tapped. Now, is it Charming Prince or Icon of Ancestry? Let's go Icon. If he gets pumped anywhere, we're just going to take it. So let's go on Noble. Hopefully we hit land so we can Murder Strider, Charming Prince, and then Vanquisher's Banner. And hopefully the 4/4 will be enough to stop some extra damage. All right, down to 13. Bring it on. What do we got? Oh, well, that's also not bad. All right, Metallic Mimic on Noble. Charming Prince. Do we scry here or just do we need to gain life? We already have a play. If we hit land, we're fine. I think I'm just going to go ahead and gain 3 life here to make sure the game can go a little bit longer. And pass the turn. Get some food. What you got? Nissa, I think, is like our worst nightmare here, for sure. Mammoth, also not great. Wicked Wolf. Ugh. Kills the Mimic. He makes him indestructible. Or do you kill the Charming Prince? I would kill the Mimic for sure. All right. Yep. Take a bunch and a half. No blocks. I think now we need to Murder Strider the Wicked Wolf. Tapped land. Kenrith comes out next turn as a 6/6. Do I want to hold up Murder Strider? Some people are playing out Heroic Intervention, as well as Gildagoose can actually make food for the Wicked Wolf. Can we take 5? After taking 2 here, I think so. All right, so Murder Strider the Wicked Wolf. Pass the turn down to 9. Oh man, this is a little bit sketchy. We'll see how this goes. Plays out of land. What else you got? Questing Beast. All right, definitely trading off with Questing Beast here. Absolutely. Take it down to 4. So the worst case scenario here is, oh, Murder Strider's a little bit tempting. Could also play this one out. All right, Kenrith. If we get another land, we have Murder Strider, Murder Strider. Otherwise, this is still a pretty good blocker. And then we gain potentially 10 life next turn. Still leave champion. That's okay. Yes! Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're in great shape now. Okay, pass the turn. Do I want to kill something now? All right, let's gain 3 life or gain 5 life now. We gain life. Yes, we want that. Oh, yeah, this is going to be close. Turning the corner just feels so good. We also have just like bringing back Charming Prince as well. Like, honestly, that might have been the better play. Just 5 mana, bring back another body. That's a 3/3, gains us 3 life. But we'll wait till next turn for that. So I'm actually going to fire this off before blocks real quick. To see if they have any plays here. So they let it die. They could have like Into the Royal to kill the Mammoth here, which would be awful, but we at least get to play 2 Murder Striders out, have some life gain. Are we good? Are we good? Wicked Wolf. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Tis a bummer, but all right. It's almost tempted to play this out on Knights. All right, there's a Noble. It does gain us more life. One more land and we can play Charming Prince and Vanquisher's Banner. We don't have enough actually to play both of these guys. So yeah, okay. Charming Prince. Do we need to gain 3 life or can we scry? We already have some life gain on the board. We know we've seen Questing Beast. I think we go for Scry here. Patrician and Revitalize. It's actually a pretty fun little combo. And it's a good blocker as a 2/5. Yeah, so we'll keep that. Keep both on top. All right, Wicked Wolf can become a 5/5. Murder Strider, we're totally fine throwing in front of this. Oh my gosh. Okay, they do fight, which means we get to gain 2 life immediately. And now we're fine letting this go through. Yeah, Murder Strider at the bottom. No blocks. Down to 5. All right, so Revitalize. We know that we draw the Patrician. We know Patrician's a pretty good blocker for at least, well, we'll see how it does. They can make 1 more food token, so we're still in trouble. No attacks. Yeah, we're just gonna have to chump block. Deal 3. They create a food token. Dude, what a match. This is getting intense. All right, so to make him, force him to spread the love here, what we could do is force a block here. Block here. They pump and pump both and they kill both. I do want to gain life, but I guess just swinging in's better, maybe. Forces not as much damage to go at face. Yeah, that's our best block. Can't do anything else yet. Flipping Wicked Wolves, man. Yeah, pumps the Wicked Wolf. Does not pump the other one. That's actually really good for us. Okay. Vampire Sovereign. Gain 5 life. Yeah. Man, the Sphincter's banner is feeling weird right now, but we have to keep gaining life to keep surviving. And I think we do actually go a little bit aggro here. They have food tokens to gain life with, but actually, do I hold this back and then start swinging with the Vampire Sovereign? Okay, we go up to 9. We have to block with Vampire Sovereign to stay alive. They drop to 9. I can also Vanquisher's Banner hit in, deal 3 points of damage. They have a bunch of food for life gain. Oh man, this is funky. Questing Beast kills us here. Okay, so no Questing Beast. Yeah, I shouldn't be attacking in as aggressively. That was definitely a misplay. All right, we have to block. Pumps there. Do they go for the pump on the Wicked Wolf? No. Man, we're like getting fairly close to turning the corner here. Kenny boy. Oh, man. So I don't think that we can use Kenny boy here. So... All right, so here's the thought. So I can go Castle Ardenvale and just double block here. Give us a turn where we gain 2 life. We go up to 7. Bring out Kenrith, which will be a 6/6. Hope that we can find like a 1-drop or something like that we can play on the next turn or so. I can play Murder Strider and go digging for it this turn as well with Icon of Ancestry, gain a little bit more life. Okay, so I think that's the best play. So we block with 2 creatures here. Pass the turn. We hope for no removal. If we can gain, up to 9 life again, we'll be pretty good shape. And then Kenrith can survive for hopefully 1 turn to start just gaining us 10 life a turn. Like that's our only hope, really, is that we can have a 1-drop or we hit a land and have a 2-drop off of this to give us a blocker and Kenrith. Turn. Oh no. Oh, and it's a Questing Beast. No, don't do this to us. The right play is to only swing with Questing Beast, actually, to get our life total lower, I think. But yeah, we'll block and block. Yeah, whatever. We'll go. Forcing to sack a food might be good for us, but whatever. All right, Icon of Ancestry. Another Vampire Sovereign. That might actually just keep us alive for 1 more turn. Go up to 5, we'll go up to 8. We have to have a 1-drop here. Dang it. The stack keeps getting so close. All right, Revitalize has to hit a land so we can play the Sovereign, and then we can survive the Wicked Wolf hits. Actually, no, are we still 1 off? All right, so Revitalize. It hit a land. It hit a land. All right, we're still in it. We're still in the game. Okay. Down to 6. Back up to 11. They have 9, 10, 11. Oh, dang it. No, we're dead. Actually, I guess we don't have to block a Questing Beast. We can block the Big Wolf. And Ronus the Indomitable. Okay, yeah, we're dead. Okay, that's done. Need to add Muxus to the deck? Oh my gosh, why did I add Muxus to the Noble deck? Oh, my bad. Oh, that was a fun try, I guess. So overall, I think Noble Tribal is a really fun deck. It definitely is janky, and it probably shouldn't be played in Mythic or in Ranked necessarily. It's more of a free play, just, hey, I have these cards, why not do something fun with it? And was it Was it like up to tier 2, maybe like lower end tier 2, like where I think the biggest thing we're missing was more removal. I think that if we can trim out some extra stuff here, maybe just find the pieces that really matter, maybe take out like one icon or maybe one mimic for a little bit more removal in the early game. It has a bit more chance to be like a tempo-y deck, but like the amount of life gain and the amount of damage we're dealing through life gain stuff was just really powerful for having the ability to go tempo-y with this. So is it powerful? Yes. Is it top tier? Absolutely not. But it's super fun to play. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, for all those for you on YouTube that have made it through to the very end, your keyword is mimic. If you put that in the comments below, anyone that knows that you made it to the end, good job, good for you. We're done.